for her to come here and do that, because that's her passion in life, and then for us to get to do what we do, which is give her that opportunity in that moment with Bianca and create a moment for her on the worst day of her life that she'll never forget. It's like saying the success that you have, you're very proud of, and it's why you do what you do. You love what you do. But when your kids get older and you begin to watch them do the things that they love and succeed at it, your level of pride for them will be, that's almost more rewarding than your career was for you.
In the latest shocking development in WWE, Triple H has shaken the entire wrestling universe with a huge game-changing announcement that could change the landscape of WWE forever. Just days after the devastating injury of fan favorite RHEA, Triple H has made the bold decision to fire Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, citing the potential career-ending consequences of their actions. The incident, which left RHEA with a serious orbital bone injury and at risk of blindness, has sent shockwaves through the WWE community, and fans are divided, left in disbelief over the harsh measures taken against Morgan and Rodriguez. But that's not all. Adding another level of drama and intrigue, it seems that Rhea Ripley herself is not content with this decision alone. Reports are swirling that Ripley is preparing to take legal action against her former opponents, bringing a lawsuit that could expose more layers to this already intense story. Triple H's announcement has left fans reeling, sparking intense debates and speculation about the future of the WWE roster. The ramifications of this decision are already causing ripples throughout the wrestling world, and the consequences could be felt for years to come. Triple H has rarely been one to make decisions lightly, especially when it comes to the careers of beloved WWE stars. In a deeply personal and emotional statement, he expressed the difficulty of making this choice, but also emphasized his unwavering commitment to protecting the health and well-being of WWE's most promising talents. Triple H's message was clear. In WWE, recklessness will not be tolerated and consequences will follow. The incident itself was nothing short of brutal. During a backstage altercation that quickly spiraled out of control.
So I didn't watch any of it. I didn't. Wow. Just too hard for me to deal with. Suddenly, I'm just out of it.
Yeah.
Right. And just was done with it for that period of time.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez launched a vicious assault on Rhea Ripley. In an unrestrained display of aggression, the two competitors reportedly targeted Ripley's face, causing a severe fracture to her orbital bone, a part of the skull that is notoriously delicate and difficult to heal. This wasn't just another wrestling injury. The nature of the damage meant that Rhea Ripley's eyesight could be permanently affected, a risk that has left fans, officials, and even fellow wrestlers in shock and concern for her future. While injuries are an unfortunate reality in the wrestling world, the severity of Ripley's injury has set this case apart, and the WWE community has rallied around her in a show of support. As Triple H explained in his announcement, the decision to terminate Morgan and Rodriguez was not taken lightly. WWE is no stranger to drama and conflict, but this particular incident crossed a line. Rhea Ripley has become one of the most beloved stars in WWE, known for her incredible strength, resilience, and dedication to her craft. Losing her, even temporarily, is a blow to fans and to WWE itself. Triple H's decision is seen by some as a message, a warning to anyone who might think they can put others in danger without facing serious repercussions. According to sources close to Triple H, he was deeply affected by the footage of the assault and felt that he had no choice but to take drastic action to protect his talent and send a clear message about WWE's values. But Rhea Ripley is not stopping there. Known for her fearless attitude and unwillingness to back down, Ripley is reportedly preparing to file a lawsuit against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. This move has taken the entire story to another level, sparking even more controversy and intrigue. For Ripley, this isn't just about getting back at Morgan and Rodriguez. It's about holding them accountable in a way that goes beyond WWE's internal discipline. A lawsuit, if pursued, could bring a level of public exposure that few WWE rivalries ever reach. Fans are already buzzing about what could come to light if
just say those 3 little words.
You want those 3 little words?
Please.
I hate you, Liv!
Ripley takes her former opponents to court. Could there be more to the story than we know? Are there hidden motives or rivalries that have yet to be revealed? Ripley's decision to bring legal action could mean that the whole truth is finally unveiled, exposing secrets that could shake the WWE to its core. Imagine the courtroom drama that could unfold. Rhea Ripley, known for her fierce intensity in the ring, standing before a judge, presenting her case with the same tenacity that has made her a household name in wrestling. The idea alone has fans on the edge of their seats, speculating about what kind of evidence she might bring forward. Could there be video footage of the incident from unseen angles? Are there text messages or communications that show a premeditated plan to take Ripley down? The potential for shocking revelations is endless, and fans can't wait to see what unfolds. For Morgan and Rodriguez, this marks a sudden and shocking end to what were once promising careers. Both women had dedicated themselves to wrestling, building up fan bases and reputations that have now been shattered by one fateful decision. The backlash has been intense, with some fans expressing sympathy for them, arguing that the nature of WWE is inherently risky and that accidents can happen, but others are calling for accountability, saying that this incident was no mere accident but a reckless display of aggression that went too far. Triple H's decision to fire them has drawn a line in the sand, signaling that WWE will not tolerate actions that put its stars in grave danger. To understand the gravity of Triple H's decision, it's important to consider the physical and emotional toll that injuries like Ripley's can have on a wrestler's life. The orbital bone is one of the most delicate structures in the face, and a fracture of this nature can be debilitating. Recovery can be long and painful, and even with the best medical care, there is no guarantee that Ripley's vision will fully recover. For an athlete, vision is everything, and this injury could potentially end her career or severely impact her performance. The risk of blindness is a terrifying prospect, not just for Ripley, but for her fans and loved ones as well. Her strength and resilience
and one of those things was a felony. And so I got arrested.
have inspired countless fans around the world, and the thought of losing her to an injury like this is heartbreaking. Triple H, in his announcement, emphasized the importance of respect and responsibility within WWE. Wrestling, he said, is a sport built on mutual trust and a shared commitment to entertaining the fans while keeping each other safe. When that trust is broken, he continued, there must be consequences. His words resonated with fans who feel that WWE is more than just a show. It's a community built on respect and passion. By taking this decisive action, Triple H Edge is upholding the values that have made WWE a global phenomenon and ensuring that it remains a safe environment for its stars. And then there's Rhea Ripley herself. Fans have always known her as a warrior, someone who never backs down from a challenge, no matter how daunting. This latest development only reinforces her reputation as one of the toughest competitors in WWE history. Ripley's decision to file a lawsuit is not just about seeking justice for herself, it's about standing up for every wrestler who has ever been put in harm's way. It's about sending a message that in WWE, there is no place for recklessness and that those who cross the line will be held accountable. As this story unfolds, fans are left wondering what's next. Will Morgan and Rodriguez respond to the lawsuit, and if so, how? Will they issue public statements, defending their actions or expressing remorse? And what about Rhea Ripley? Will she return to the ring, or will this injury mark the end of her career? The questions are endless, and the speculation is intense. This is a moment that will go down in WWE history, a turning point that could shape the future of the organization for years to come. Triple H's decision to fire Morgan and Rodriguez, coupled with Ripley's potential lawsuit, has created a story that is more than just wrestling. It's a drama of betrayal, accountability, and resilience. Fans are waiting with bated breath to see what happens next, tuning into every WWE show, reading every update, and sharing their thoughts on social media. This story has captivated the WWE community, and its impact will be felt for a long time. In a shocking twist that has left fans buzzing, the stakes have been raised yet again. It seems that the fallout from the brutal attack on Rhea Ripley may not end with just a WWE termination. Legal experts are speculating that both Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez could potentially face assault charges.
Tell anyone, do your thing. So I go to work tomorrow to do my rehab, and I'm just like so guilty in that moment. You know, I'm feeling like so shameful. I'm so upset. I really don't want work to be mad at me. I do a lot of community work within WWE, and I'm like, man, I've just like ruined everything on something that was my fault, but like not my fault.
Do like a background check after you kill the person.
after, no, all that stuff's done before you.
There really is a background check.
Yeah, I'm not sure how deep it goes, but there's definitely a background check. You know,
Do you think Rhea Ripley's
the biggest ever. I'm so much better than Rhea Ripley in every single way. It's like sickening.
This isn't merely a disciplinary matter within WWE anymore. This has crossed into the realm of real-world consequences, with the possibility of both women facing jail time if the allegations are proven. The wrestling world has rarely seen anything of this magnitude, with both the in-ring and out-of-ring worlds colliding in a whirlwind of controversy, legal implications, and possible jail time. For WWE fans, this is unprecedented, a feud that spilled over from the squared circle into the courtrooms, with the potential to end careers and change lives forever. For those unfamiliar with the nuances of wrestling, it's important to remember that wrestlers operate in a unique environment. They rely on each other's skill and precision to pull off high-risk moves without causing serious injury. But in this case, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez's attack on Ripley appears to have gone beyond the bounds of controlled performance, potentially crossing into assault territory. Legal analysts are now weighing in, explaining that if Rhea Ripley files charges, there is a very real chance that Morgan and Rodriguez could be tried for assault. Given the severity of Ripley's injuries, which include an orbital fracture that puts her at risk of permanent vision loss, this case could be classified as aggravated assault. In many jurisdictions, aggravated assault carries severe penalties, including hefty fines and potential prison sentences. Imagine the courtroom drama that could ensue, with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez sitting in the defendant's seats, facing the harsh reality of their actions. This isn't a wrestling storyline anymore. This is real life with real stakes. The prospect of jail time has thrown an entirely new dynamic into this feud, raising questions about what went wrong, whether this attack was premeditated, and how the WWE plans to handle such a scandal. Fans who have followed Liv and Raquel's careers are stunned, struggling to reconcile the in-ring personas they've come to admire with the real-world consequences they now face. But to fully understand how we got to this point, we have to look back at the long-standing feud between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, a rivalry that has been brewing and intensifying over the past few years. Their story isn't just another wrestling feud, it's a tale of two competitors who once shared mutual respect but slowly turned into bitter enemies, each determined to outdo the other at every turn. Rhea and Liv first crossed paths when both were on the rise in WWE, each carving out a unique path in the women's division. Rhea, with her powerhouse style and fierce determination, quickly gained a reputation as a dominant force, while Liv, known for her agility and underdog spirit, won over fans with her resilience and passion. The feud between Ripley and Morgan began as a clash of styles and
seemed destined for a WrestleMania 41 payoff. Ripley has since posted her first comment since the injury news was released, and this is what she had to say over on X. Mistake number 1, you left me breathing. Hopefully more information surfaces surrounding the severity of Ripley's injury, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. We're wishing Rhea Ripley a fast and full recovery.
Which may tie into a Tiffany Stratton cash-in, but what all the usual sources are saying now is that she has actually broken her orbital bone, which means she will be out for the significant future. Now, let's just take it as read. I'm getting a little bit, not suspicious with WWE, but I think they're becoming very, very good at sort of merging reality and storylines, which is what we want. To start my rant a little bit early, there's nothing wrong with being worked by wrestling. You should feel duped. That's the whole point. But if we do take it as read, and she just have to be out for a while, man, does my heart go out to Rhea Ripley, because of course she only came back, what, 2-3 months ago, whenever it was, after that shoulder injury, which kept her out for a long time.
Personalities. Rhea, ever the powerhouse, saw Liv as someone who couldn't match her strength and intensity. Liv, on the other hand, refused to be intimidated, standing her ground and proving that she had the heart to go toe-to-toe with anyone. Their initial encounters were heated but respectful, with each wrestler pushing the other to her limits. However, as time went on, the rivalry took a darker turn. In a series of matches that grew increasingly physical, it became clear that this feud was more than just about winning. It was personal. The animosity between them reached a boiling point when they were placed in several high-stakes matches, each more intense than the last. Their clashes were full of intensity and physicality, with neither woman willing to back down. But it was during a particularly brutal showdown that things seemed to change forever. Ripley accused Liv of crossing the line, alleging that her tactics in the ring were becoming reckless and dangerous. Liv, for her part, claimed that Rhea was using her size and strength to bully her, pushing her to a breaking point. Fans watched as the rivalry escalated, with each woman taking increasingly extreme measures to prove her dominance. The breaking point came when Liv Morgan, alongside Raquel Rodriguez, launched the now infamous attack on Rhea Ripley. What was initially thought to be just another backstage altercation quickly turned into a brutal assault that left Rhea with severe injuries. The WWE Universe was left in shock, grappling with the realization that this rivalry had spiraled completely out of control. Now, with Triple H's decision to fire Liv and Raquel and the looming threat of legal action, the consequences of that fateful night are becoming all too real. The feud between Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez stands out as one of WWE's most intense rivalries, pushing the boundaries of in-ring competition and real-life risk. To understand the impact of this storyline, it's helpful to look back at WWE's history, where some rivalries similarly blurred the line between fiction and reality, leading to memorable and sometimes dangerous consequences. Comparing these past rivalries to the current feud provides context for how WWE has navigated high-stakes storytelling, often towing the line between competitive drama and real-life hazards. Perhaps one of WWE's most infamous real-life rivalries, the feud between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, reached a boiling point at the 1997 Survivor Series, where the notorious Montreal Screwjob occurred. Behind the scenes, Hart and Michaels had personal issues that spilled into their in-ring storyline, making their feud feel particularly raw and unpredictable. The match ended controversially, with Vince McMahon orchestrating an unplanned finish that forced Hart to lose the WWE Championship against his will. The betrayal ignited real-life animosity, leading to Hart leaving WWE for WCW and marking an era where personal conflict influenced the storylines in ways that went beyond the typical scripted drama. Like the Ripley-Morgan-Rodriguez feud, this rivalry showcased how real emotions and tensions can elevate a storyline.
You know, you're fortunate, just 3 or 4 hours in the ring the first day. But, a lot of these guys realize this, I have to do this crap every night to myself.
What has helped you the most in terms of like alleviation of pain or bringing back your movement? Like what has helped you the most?
Well, I don't have the movement back. I've had a real hard time, just doing normal things. I can't.
From the back being fused?
Yeah, the back and
how many discs are fused?
Everything's fused.
But also posed significant risks for the wrestlers and the company's reputation. Mick Foley, known for his brutal hardcore matches, often took physical risks that left lasting marks on his body. His rivalries with The Undertaker, Triple H, and others frequently involved extreme spots that teetered on the edge of what was safe, with Foley's legendary Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker at King of the Ring 1998 as a prime example. In this match, Foley was thrown from the top of the cell, crashing onto the announcer's table, and later fell through the cell's roof onto the ring mat, a fall that led to multiple injuries. Foley's hardcore approach embodied a level of physical sacrifice that was unparalleled at the time, and his willingness to put his body on the line earned him a reputation as a fearless competitor. The Ripley injury echoes the legacy of Foley's intense matches, highlighting the physical toll that such storylines can exact on performers, and WWE's ongoing challenge of balancing high-stakes drama with athlete safety. The rivalry between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Owen Hart took a dark turn during their match at SummerSlam 1997 when a botched piledriver from Hart left Austin with a serious neck injury that ultimately shortened his career. The incident highlighted the dangers of high-impact moves in the ring and the devastating consequences of even minor mistakes. Austin's injury changed his in-ring style and led to WWE instituting stricter safety protocols, especially for moves targeting the neck and head. The parallels between Austin's injury and Ripley's current situation underscore how physical rivalries can lead to real-life repercussions, prompting WWE to reconsider how far they're willing to go in the name of storyline intensity. Triple H's rivalry with Mick Foley's Cactus Jack persona in the early 2000s demonstrated WWE's appetite for gritty, hardcore matches where wrestlers pushed each other to the physical and psychological limit. Their matches, especially at the Royal Rumble 2000 in a brutal street fight, saw both competitors endure extreme punishment. Cactus Jack's hardcore style clashed with Triple H's technical prowess, leading to a series of violent encounters that showcased WWE's willingness to dive into darker, more aggressive storytelling. These intense, often bloody matches captured the audience's attention, but also posed significant risks to the performers. The Ripley feud, in which injuries and aggression have escalated out of control, evokes memories of these intense rivalries, showing that the thrill of physicality can sometimes backfire when pushed too far. Randy Orton's feud with The Undertaker in 2005 included numerous stipulation matches, each more dangerous than the last. This rivalry showcased Orton's legend killer persona, challenging The Undertaker in a series of brutal matches, including a Hell in a Cell encounter. The rivalry was marked by psychological warfare and intense physicality, with Orton and Undertaker pushing each other to new extremes. Though not marked by real-life injury, the rivalry was a prime example of WWE's willingness to embrace darkness and intensity to captivate fans. The Ripley-Morgan-Rodriguez feud similarly uses high-stakes drama and intense confrontations, adding to the list of WWE's rivalries where competitors face personal and professional risks in pursuit of victory.